Hello. What's up, nerds? Who's ready for some more writing? It's time to get to work. Guess who was supposed to receive the microphone like 3 days ago now? Still don't have it. Unbelievable. When am I going to get it? You know, I've noticed a recent trend of people having their own background music, and I have so much music. I don't know what would work as background music though. Where's my old tracks? I don't know if I can play some of these, but these are super old. I'm looking at my old hard drive right now. Some of these are really old, back when I actually made not classical music. I still have them all saved. I also still have my old collection of classical royalty-free music that I used to play. Like this one. I don't even know what this one sounds like. It's the oboe concerto in B flat major. It's by Handel, so it's the most boring thing you've ever heard. What about, which one's more interesting? I have Telemon and Albinoni. They're pretty cool. What about Albinoni? Sorry, Albinoni, that just sounds like Handel again. What about this one by Telemon? Sure. They all do kind of sound kind of the same. Couperin's a bit better though. He's a bit cooler. What's this one sound like? Oh, I'm very French, I can tell already. Alright. Well, I ain't gonna be playing none of those. It just ain't for me. Okay. Once again, I don't actually have MuseScore open because I'm such a good composer and I can just imagine it in my mind and then it projects onto the computer screen. If only it were so easy. I don't even think that's a good idea though, because what plays in my head is not very good. I did do a bunch of changes since we were last here. Time to see if I think they were any good. Like I did do some work since we last were together on this piece, but that's okay. Yin told me that we'd do stuff together this week and then we didn't do anything. So that's so sad. I am shaking and crying RN. Okay. I'm gonna have a drink of my invisible VTuber sweet tea. It's very invisible and it's very delicious. Okay. Yippee! Here's what we were working on last time. I made a few changes since we were last here. I added tam tam. I added xylophone. I don't think I added anything else. I can't remember if I had a dedicated English horn player last time, but I think so. I changed the melody from oboe to flute, so I could have this flute and English horn contrast, because I think the oboe and English horn don't contrast as much as I would like. So I changed it and I added some more time signatures clearly. So let's listen and we'll figure out what to do from there. Okay, I'm not so sure that last part. I think it's a bit too loud and a bit too bright. I'd like it to be a bit more mellow. And also slower. I know I wrote here andante, but you're getting andonted. Slower, much slower. Okay. Before we do anything there though, I want to change stuff around here. I think there needs to be more, especially around here. There needs to be pizzicato here. I don't know how else to explain it, but there just has to be. I think maybe we should combine you guys and just put this guy here, and then we'll have you play some pizzy. This is a something chord. That's not the right notes. That is. So, let's play what chord is playing here, which I guess you could call an E major chord, even though E major is hardly sounding in it. Okay. We'll see. D, G sharp. I don't think I want such a thing like that. Let's make this a little more sparse like this. Let's mark pizzicato here. Make you also mezzo forte. Like that. Good. Try again. I want it to be even louder, so there you go. Yes, I like that more. What is this Rust doing here? I need the horn to be louder. Maybe might be a bad idea, but I want all of you to be louder. I think it leads into that bass drum hit a little better if I make them loud. So let's make them all loud. Hello, hello, hello. Forte. Be big and bold. Triple P to forte. Good. And just make it harder hitting. Oh my gosh. Maybe not. It's loud enough. Okay. Start again from the beginning here. Since we were last here, I moved all of y'all up by an octave. So it sounds a little different now. Okay, let me try again. I didn't like something here. I think you have to have just a tiny bit slower, like this. I'm not sure I like this movement here. Try again. I don't like that any differently. No, it does have to move. I just wish there was a little more subtle. Maybe a little louder. Okay, that's good. There needs to be more pizzicato, I think. Somewhere here. In this chord here, let's just make it a very simple. Where's the pizzicato marking? Make it a very simple chord like this. And I want you to be nice and loud. This is a diminished chord currently. That should be augmented maybe. What are you playing here in the harmony? Okay. D sharp, E sharp, and G sharp. Let's keep that wonderful G sharp here. move you to B. Or what's C sharp, E sharp, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp. Just all black keys, ain't it? Let's switch you also to D sharp. Break up this chord a little more, maybe. Something like this, or maybe like this. I don't even know if this kind of chord is possible to play. Oh well. That's better, I think. You not accented. Can you play the same rhythm as your friend here? There's got to be some kind of percussion hit here, I think. The pizzicato kind of fills that in, but... maybe like a very quiet cymbal, whoops, a quiet cymbal hit here. And I like that. And I like that it leads into this part here. And fortissimo. Maybe that's a bit too loud, but I kind of like it. Let's switch you off a hard mallet. That bass drum is so loud. Okay, then we'll switch off of that. But the brass is quite loud. I like that it leads in. I don't know about these voicings. What if I just move all of you an octave away? Let's move all these guys that are too low. Move them up an octave and see what that sounds like. Okay. There you go. That might be better. Oh, you guys are currently pizzicato. Let's try and make you arco as well. Where are you, arco? I don't feel like typing you out every single time. I want to hear what the arco version sounds like. It's a little more imposing, but not necessarily in a way that I like. I'm musical open watching this actual productive person work instead of working on my own projects. Dang. Maybe you should get to work then. It's due so soon. You don't want to disappoint all the people that are dependent on you for this work. Because you decided to watch, you know, the person with the big ears. Okay. Where's the piano? Why don't I have a piano? It's just a parody. Ooh, I don't even mean parody. Are you working on like a Minecraft note block parody? Because that would be super awesome. Okay. Oh only clicked for the music. Well, I'm glad to hear that because I'm pretty sure most people click for the ears and for the face, if you know what I mean. Let's add some reverb. I like that better than the oboes. Okay, try again here from the beginning. The bassoon has to come in a little earlier, I think. Like, at the same time the English horn comes in. Let's do like a tie here, perhaps. Another triplet here, perhaps. Like this. Make sure you guys are stored together. Yes, I like that much more. Okay. I'm a little dubious about clarinets here taking this. Like I said, I want maybe these to be in bassoon instead. So I like that it moves the brass. Like it slowly like kind of shifts here to brass. I like those trombones and horns together. Okay. So let's see. I think I'm going to put you on first horn. Or viola. Where's my viola? I didn't include a viola soloist, so what's that? I don't like that as much. Let's put you on. I do have a contrabass flute that I added just to hear what it sounds like. It didn't sound too meaningfully different than the bass clarinet. I mean, of course, the contrabass flute and the bass clarinet have very different timbres, but like when they're buried under all these other instruments, it's like it wasn't quite so noticeable, if you know what I mean. Let's put you on oboe. Let's try you on clarinet, you guys on flutes. Maybe not on on contrabass flutes. Let's put you on. You would work on alto flute. That would be 2 alto flutes, which is a little disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. I guess I could make this one just a normal flute, like that. Although I don't know if I like that any better. I mean, 3 flutes is fine. I think just for me, let's have an alto flute. I'll make you a bass flute. There you go. Okay, try this. Although the flute and flute harmony might. I'm not sure if I like the flute melody and flute harmony. I think they kind of overlap each other a bit too much. So let's try clarinet here. That does mean that all of the melodies are being played on reeds, mostly clarinet and then the English horn. Let's swap clarinet 1 and 2's parts. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't sound as interesting as I thought it would. you need to start doing a decrescendo a lot sooner, like right here. And then piano right here. That's better. I would like this pizzicato to be a little bit better heard. I mean, to be fair, the viola patch is always just unnecessarily quiet compared to the cello. I'll just listen back to that again. Hear that? The viola is so weak by comparison. I guess I could just give it to the much more powerful second violins. And then maybe split up this humongous chord. Maybe like U, G sharp, or G sharp and B. Like this. Okay, better. I'm craving another pizzicato here. Somewhere in the middle here. What in tarnation is happening over here? Oh. Okay, hold on, let me just redo your dynamics. Oh my gosh, what a mess. U, crescendo, U, forte, thank you. Do I only for it to be heard digitally or actually written for it to be performed? I only write digitally. I don't think there's anyone that's going to be performing my wacky music. It's just not happening. So I write mainly for myself. I don't take commissions or anything. Good. Another pizzicato here, I'm feeling. Yeah, that's the wrong note. I know it's hard for me to say there's a wrong note after. Good. Is there anything that I think is missing? Why is there... What in tarnation is this? Half note or half rest and then quarter rest for a 3/4 bar? That's just insane. Sacrilegious even. Let's make this note extend a little longer. Like this. New face is cute. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Big loud. Okay. Now let's listen to what the new changes. Flutes now. I don't like it. Let's move you to an oboe, and I want this to be on English horn. I want this to be on bassoon. I want you to go back on flutes. Better. Okay, you play a little longer. There needs to be like a bassoon or a tuba punctuating, like stabbing these notes a bit more. Hello, hello. There's got to be another bass drum hit here somewhere. Like here? No, that's a bit too early. Maybe just right here. Not bass drum. Do a tom-tom hit. But louder. Our snare drum is so loud. Tambourine, that's what I need. Tambourine. Tambourine. And tamp. Lots of tam. I need tambourine. Very important that I have a tambourine. Okay. Bassoon and contra. You know, I don't... How do I not have a contra bassoon? What kind of a composer am I? Contra bassoon. There you go. Beautiful. We'll use that later. Get rid of the tom-tom hit here. I want to replace that part with a tambourine. Oh, wait. I see. There's a tam-tam, which has just been abbreviated to tam. And then there's tambourine, which to differentiate it, they wrote tamb instead of tam. That's very cute. I was like, what? I thought they were the same instrument for a sec. Okay. Are there sound flags for the tambourine? I don't... Oh, there's small tambourine and large tambourine. Okay. What do they sound like? Tremolo. I like the small one better. I'm gonna stop procrastinating. Good. Get to work, Dumbo. Better. I like that tambourine a lot more. I also don't like the tom-tom at all. Maybe it's I was about to say like a timpani or something. A timpani. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word. could you do contrabasses? I was about to say contrabassoons. Contrabasses. Play pizzicato and what do you call cellos? Play arco, please. A little quieter. Other way around, perhaps. No, I think it'll be better if we just put these notes on like a tuba instead. Where's my tuba? There you are. That's a bit better. Something about this just feels kind of off to me. Maybe it's like a bass trombone that I'm looking for. Bass trombone. I'm not quite sure though. I'm not sure if bass trombone is actually what I need. But let's see. Let's have both of you together. Maybe a little higher. That's a little better, I think. Maybe a horn. Try horn. Or multiple horn. And horns, play a little louder, please. That's a little too imposing. I like that. Actually, I like that a lot. There's a note here. I think it's at D I didn't quite like. Yeah, just keep it simple there. Okay. Try again. Oh, I don't like that timpani hit there, even though I added it and said I wanted it. Immediately changing my mind. Where's my tambourine? toms. Add the toms in here with the bass drum hits, I think. Would be better. They're so loud though. I think just the standard bass drum hit is better. Let's try again with harder notes. Maybe play it in the bass clarinet instead, or just maybe normal clarinets. First clarinets. I was struggling to come up with a melody last time, but hopefully. You come on the 5th beat, or the 4th beats. I'm also changing my mind on the clarinet playing this. Maybe the contrabassoon would be fun. You'd have to be lower though. A contrabassoon is a very sexy instrument, and everyone who plays it is very sexy automatically. I think it's just hard to hear because everything else is already in the bass. That's not quite right. Okay. Maybe like this is what I want. Maybe this is more accurate. No, it's not much better. Okay, then just leave it where she was. Bass trombone, you try. Although not sure if this is very trombone-like. Maybe held off on that. Bass flute, go. sound cooler if it wasn't so thin. Basically what I'm saying is that it would sound cool if it didn't suck. Try you, oboe. Bass clarinet, you try. Lower. I think we found our winner. Louder though. Not so staccato. Maybe just like this. This might be more accurate to what I want. And just to really hone in that that's what I want. Add it to the tone. Okay. Sure. Try again. Just one group purpose. No, 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 you also arco. I don't like how high that is. Just move it down an octave maybe. I think here. I like that more. Try again. Okay. Fine orchestration, really admiring your piece is very good also. And thank you. And I'm glad you find this interesting because I am struggling. Okay. I do want to go back to, because I liked here where we had this like kind of this D major chord here. I want to return to that and then have like a nice, because if you weren't here for I don't know the past few months, this piece I've been working on, it stems off of the theme of a previous thing I worked on, which I'm pretty dissatisfied by. So I took the main theme of that and put it into here and just tried to see if something different came out. And this is the something different. So I'll probably pull that back up as like a reference when because in my mind this is like the redoing of it. So I'm extending it a tiny bit, making it a bit more interesting. What do I think should happen after this? Or do I like those bass drum hits very much? Something tells me this is too loud. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, let me make the other instruments match this bass. So, or just one. Tuba, you play this. So too the horns. The timpani must also match. And same with, I think this is the tambourine. No, this is the piatti. And they go inside with these. What's the theme you're developing? Hold on, let me pull up the original. There you go. Let me also just make these staccato again. I think this needs to be a little shorter. Get these parts higher. This bar needs to be a tiny bit shorter. Like this. Try this. No, it needs to be like... And then you be 3. There you go. I find it easier to compose. I have a hard time harmonizing a lot of instruments, like in an orchestra. But composing for solo can easily make the music feel incomplete. I think writing for orchestra, for me, is easier. And I know that sounds kind of insane because there's a lot of instruments to work with, and that is a challenge, but it is like you said, it's much easier to write down your... I mean, it really depends on what your goal is, I guess. Like, it is true that it's much easier to get your harmony down on a solo or maybe a chamber group and use that as like an outline, but it's much easier, or not, it's easier to get the exact sound you want, and like it's easier to it's easier to translate your ideas directly from your mind to an orchestra rather than it is to translate your ideas directly from your mind to like just a piano. I think, at least, because like, at least for me, when I'm writing this, I hear an entire orchestra in my head and then I write it down. I don't hear like some vague ideas of like a note or pitches and then I put it on like a piano and then I expand that to orchestra. Like, I can immediately imagine, not very well, but like I imagine it in an orchestral form already. And then I just write that idea down. Why do I have 2 6/8s here? What am I doing? Oh, you guys didn't get the memo of the A sharp. I'm sorry. Go timpani. Hello, you know, oh my gosh. Where are my clefs? This is gonna bother me. I know that the horns will read it in their horn pitch and it'll look like this. But just for me, it's gotta be in bass clef or I'm gonna go insane. There we go. Okay. Try again. Hold on. Like this. Do this. And then let me hear that rhythm again. That's correct. Let me take this chord that I wrote here. This chord. No, this one here. That's better. I thought this maybe sounded a bit too... It's not exactly what I'm going for. I think that F natural is a bit better. No, set it to D sharp. Less E. Both of you G natural. That's just what I had before. Or basically is. I compare it to this chord. Yeah, it's basically the same. There you go, I like that. Favorite time signature? 4/4, I guess, I don't know. Here's the theme I was talking about, by the way. So you can see it's the same thing here. So this is just in 4/4. I'll play it for you, I'll just play the beginning, and then I guess if you were right here, I'll show you what it was before. You can hear the theme's the same. I think it's just that this more dissonant section was like way too short in my mind, and it needs to be a bit longer, which is what this is. This is the extended part of this. And I want to go back to this nice, like, more smooth part. That's where I want to, that's what I want to build to, but I just think that this part here, this is only 4 measures. Not even. This part is like just so this part is like it's just 4 measures. Whereas here I wrote it out to be more measures. That's the wrong part. More counter melody. It's more interesting with more counter melody, right? See, that's where it ended last time. And then here, continuing the theme. Kind of teasing a major chord, right? And then kind of backing off. I want the tam tam to be a little bit earlier here. Like when this bass drum hits, I need there to be a tam tam hit. Like this. Maybe a suspended cymbal hit here. That's so loud. Why is this? The piatti is so much quieter than the cymbal. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's because I turned on the volume of the piatti. You know, that would make sense. That's better. That's still like way too loud though. Shut up. -3 decibels, you dumb dumb. I guess I could just make the dynamics quiet. That was definitely not mezzo forte though. That's fine. Now that I re-listen to it, the cymbal feels really out of place. Like it's supposed to come a little earlier. Like here where the tambourine is, it feels like it's supposed to go there instead. Maybe like this. It sounds so empty without all the other instruments playing. Okay. You guys play your bass. And you tune my horns. Bass. Bass. You too. Okay. Now in full. That's better. I think perhaps it needs. Why are there? Get out of here. There needs to be like some woodwind involvement here, I think. I think this measure needs to be shorter, so also 3/8. If I could delete this time signature. Get out of here. It's better. There's some quick ones with flutes, maybe. Maybe I think that's what this guy was trying to fill. I'm thinking either like maybe like a dovetail. I was also thinking that the woodwind should help like fill out these chords, because right now they're just in the violins and violas. I think it could be much more interesting with some woodwind punches. I also think here that I want the tambourine to help. Oh wait, you're the tam-tam. This is the tambourine. You don't need to be staccato because you're a tambourine. Okay, I don't like that it's all blocked off here. Let me like do like this. That's better. Let me think about the voicings of these chords. These were originally a little bit stranger. I blocked them so that the strings are now playing like more, what's the word, idiomatic intervals. I mean, this is a tritone, so... There was something I didn't like in there, hold on. I think it's this. Yeah, it was the D sharp and D clashing in a way that I didn't like. Let me change that here. Let me listen again. No, you have to be D sharp. That's better. I'm curious what this would sound like at a bit of a quicker tempo now that I finished writing it. I like that quicker tempo. Just a smidge slower. I was about to say shorter. Just lowered that by like 5 BPM. Good, I like that. Okay. What next? Right, the Grinch. The winds, I need those. But how are they gonna play this chord? What chord would I even describe this as? D sharp, F sharp, B. Can I see them if I like highlight them? Oh, I can. So you can actually see the notes here. That's fun. Okay. I just realized this is a... If I do it like this, you can see this is an E minor, or this is an E flat minor over an E minor. Okay. So let me rearrange these notes to reflect that better. See that? How do I arrange these? You play the E flat minor, and you guys have to play the E minor, right? So, but I still do want this E flat here. Maybe I could just do this. No, I want that E flat. Yeah, I like that E flat. Okay, that works. And this chord is that. What chord is this supposed to be? That's just the... What in the world? That's like a... It's just E minor, but with that B flat hidden in there. I think it's trying so hard to be this chord. But just with this G on top. Okay. let's redo the chords as I wrote them here. Perfect. Okay. I'm trying to make it more clear what my intention is. Because I wrote down the chords, but like, I need to know what they are. Gotta get to know my chords, have my chords, and know them too. Which I think is also it's the same chord. See, E, G, B, and then E flat, G flat. It's the same thing. It's just for some reason I spelled it D sharp, F sharp. Let's write it like this. I think this is better. And this one's just straight up E minor. Try this. Okay. Try this. Okay. Hello, hello. Do the bigger ears mean your music taste has improved? I think it just means I have bigger ears. You really need bigger ears because the music will be louder now? Maybe. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I don't know why every single stream I'm like at a different Y level. Let me raise myself. There you go. I don't know why I keep sinking into the stream. Okay, thank you piano for helping me visualize that. Now the voicing should be better. Okay, and now that'll help me better write these for other instruments now. So, forgot I'm projecting my eyes onto this. What do you mean you forgot? Let's see. That's not how that works. Maybe I should have horns punctuate this actually, but the horns are busy. They're doing this. Bow, 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 bow. That's not very... Maybe trombones would be better at this. I like horns. I actually think horns would be better, but I want the horns to do other things. I guess I could have the trombones do it. You know, whatever. Let me hear these together. Okay, that's okay. Let's get the the already in the bass clef trombones. Get that extra bass clef out of there. Okay. Hello, hello. Let's see. I have 4 horns to play with, which is a lot of horns. Which, by the way, I don't know. See, MuseScore, like on the first page, it writes out the entire name, and then the next one they like abbreviate it, right? It says horn 1 and 3. This one just says horn 1 3, which I don't think is very clear. I would rather have the and here. I mean, of course I get what it's saying, but like it just looks ugly. I want the and. At this rate, you will have more ears. Should I have more ears? Maybe like four ears. I have 2 in the front and 2 in the back. That'd be awesome. I could hear so much music that way. Right, chords. Right, this is a E flat minor and an E minor over it. So let's write that down. It should be on the second beat, right? Yep. Okay. Oh my gosh, shut up. Maybe we should just have like 2 competing fifths. Okay, that's a fourth, but whatever. Maybe like this. I don't like that minor second clash. Let's have like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so, or actually let's do it like this. It's easier to visualize in my head. We have the E minor notes and then we have the E flat minor notes. And then you are C sharp diminished with just a bunch of wacky other notes on top. Yep, there you go. I know they're called like extensions or whatever, but I'm pretty sure the Shirgi and music theory term is wacky other notes. So feel free to use that in your books. I take 50% of the royalties. This falls on the what beats? It falls on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th beat. Okay. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Maybe I should have these 8th notes here. It made it easier to count. And we'll probably make it much easier for the musicians to count it. The non-existent musicians who aren't going to be playing this. That's so much more clear. Oh my gosh. I mean, it looks like a lot more ink, but maybe it's fine. Like if I just made them all like 8th notes. Like that. I mean, it's easy for me to read, so that's really what matters. Oh, right, horns. C sharp. You're not C sharp. E natural. O, E, G, B natural. Look at that parallel fifth there. B natural, D. What am I missing here? G. I'm missing G. That's not G. That's G. The viewers could try and play some of your pieces someday. I would be so disappointed in them. Why don't you play like Bach or something instead of this? Yeah, okay, I like that. This is the same. This is the same thing. G flat. Is that what I want? Or I think... Yeah, you're a little different than that. Like that. That's better. That makes more sense. Piano or violin, whatever is needed. I've just been tending to write for larger and larger ensembles as I keep, not like Mahler size, but I just keep writing for larger and larger ensembles as I keep writing. It's getting, the orchestra only gets ever larger. Okay. These chords are just kind of repeating, so I'm just going to copy paste my arrangements of them that I already made because I'm an excellent composer. I tried making a cover or parody. I did do an arrangement of Moonlight Sonata. I have a video on that on my channel, but I can just pull it up, I guess. This is the only arrangement of someone else's work that I've done. So this is Moonlight Sonata, but a new orchestra. I didn't even do the whole thing. You can see here it cuts off after like a few minutes. Probably like 3 minutes, I think, or 2 minutes. Yeah, this is the only arrangement I've ever done. The reason I wrote this was because I saw some other people trying to arrange this for orchestra, and I was extremely disappointed in all of them because all of them are terrible and I didn't like any of them. So out of spite, I wrote this instead. And I hope that proves that you can really do it. And totally publish that if you haven't. I have. Too many of the arrangements of Moonlight Sonata for orchestra are they just sound like a piano concerto. It's just the normal Moonlight Sonata 3 with an orchestra background. That hardly sounds like it's arranged for orchestra, isn't it? It's just a piano and then with an orchestra background. That's not arranged for orchestra. Get out of here. That's arranged for piano again and then with an orchestra just behind it. So I needed to prove that it was for orchestra. But that's neither here nor there. Right, chords. My chords are the best chords. No chords could compare. This chord is the E flat major or minor is now on top and it's on the second beat. Yes. So or this one's higher, right? So wait a second. You're supposed to be E, not F. Why is that? Or E flat. I'm not sure why you were F there. Okay. D flat, D flats. Okay. I think you're talking about concertos. If you listen to Rachmaninoff, there's very popular. There's a high chance you have. I haven't actually. The only concertos I actually care to listen to are the Baroque kind because they're the most interesting in my opinion. I know Rachmaninoff concertos are also are hailed as the glory of piano concertos because of their technical ability and stuff, but I don't know, a piano just isn't that, it's just not that interesting. It's not as loud as an orchestra, it's way too quiet. It doesn't have nearly the punch as other instruments do. So piano concertos, I'm not really into those. I'll listen to a Mozart one though, because I think Mozart is the best composer for piano. That's my personal opinion. He really knew how to use that thing. Rachmaninoff is also a great piano composer, but I just think I think his orchestral writing is much like his style is much more suited to an orchestra, if you know what I mean. It's not really suited for a piano in my opinion. Like those big sounds, like you can write them down on a piano, but they just don't quite work in my opinion. It would suit the music much better if it was written for a full orchestra or like a string group, because you know it has such a big sound. But chords, that's right. What's this here? You need to be naturalized. This is a whatchamacallit chord. That's a E flat minor with an A on top. Okay, now with the horns. Maybe horns at forte? I don't think I'll like that. No, it's a bit too loud. I don't know how to feel about literally all of the accompaniment being in mezzo forte. That just seems kind of odd. Oh well, that's what I have though. You know what? I don't know why the bass trombone isn't also getting in on this action. Maybe an octave higher. Okay, the more instruments get involved, the harder it is to hear the bass clarinets. Let me boost you to fortissimo. And the bass clarinet is so extremely resonant though, so it shouldn't have a hard time projecting, but Okay. Hello, hello. Okay, try again. Something felt wrong here. It's just G sharp. I like F sharp better here than the whatever it was before. Just want to drop by and say hello. Well then, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later. That's not right. Maybe that's better. don't know why I'm struggling so much with this, but... Better. Okay, I guess that's as close as I'm gonna get to what I want, because I can't quite tell, believe it or not. So... Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, try again from the beginning. I want to try you and bassoon. I like that a bit better. It's like transitioning from this like reed or bassoon or double reed harmony to like the single reed harmony, and then like shifts to the brass. I think it's a bit smoother than just having them kind of in a hodgepodge together. I think it would make more sense actually if you were an oboe and you were an English horn. No, that clashes a bit too. Like I can hear this and then I hear this and I don't quite like it, so I'm gonna put it back. And bassoon also has a bit warmer of a tone than the oboe. I want there to be another hit here. Ever had something you wrote be played? Nope. Nope. I'm not. I don't have those kinds of connections. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not like a. I'm not in a university for music composition, and I'm not like involved in it. I'm not being commissioned by anyone, so no one's actually played my music. What is this? D sharp. Can I visualize this chord a bit better? Okay. Yeah, it's like a chordal chord. This E sharp. Did I really write E sharp? Of course I wrote E sharp. That's so stupid. Do I want to keep E sharp? I guess I'm keeping E sharp. There you go, E sharp. Pizzicato. Maybe B here. Or I can't, maybe I like the E here, but maybe B here and then E. Okay. That's also fine. High B. Maybe high E, low E. Maybe move like this. I don't like that. I prefer this. Okay. I would like this to be a bit quieter. Delete this. Also, yeah, so there's D major over E major. I like that. I think you guys should be Arca. Like, I think I tried you in Arca before and I didn't like it, but I'm changing my mind. Go to Arco, and then all y'all go and be staccato. Not so loud though. Hopefully that'll make you a bit easier heard. This though, I don't think it needs to be that like that. Let's get rid of those low notes. So you guys are just playing in octaves. I want this to be Colonio, I think. I'll switch back to Arco here. Good. I want the Colonio ones to be quite loud too. Like really drum those things. Or maybe I do have this, which would make more sense. And I want Arco here. Try again. Whoopsies. that's fine. I like how dramatic and percussion and string sound. Thank you. I think it might be a bit dramatic, like too dramatic too early, but I at least want to have the thing written down while I'm feeling like it can be extended. And then I can just kind of move the pieces around if I feel like they need to be moved around, you know? Okay, try with the collinear now. I think you guys can be pits. That's pretty important pits, I think. But everything else, just play Arco. And then just, that's not it. Let's do this. You guys don't need to be like that. Let's try to keep it simple. I preferred you as little pitsy notes. That's not it. I meant to do this. You back on Arco. Good. Can you do like double colonio here? Maybe not that. Hold on. Where's the grace notes here? Like this maybe. A bit faster. That's not it. You. I guess this is as close as we're gonna get. Each of these colonio notes, I want them to be just a bit more bouncy. A little more bounce. Put more bounce in it. Okay, how many measures is this part? So I have this, I guess I can just call this a pickup measure, really. That's just the 1/8. So if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an extra bar here, and I do feel like this one needs to be occupied. Let's start with an ad that says Shirgi on the sheet. I didn't call myself the queen of the sheets after all. And that's my official title. Okay, here. It really feels like there's gotta be something else here, right? I'm just feeling it. What is this timeline thingy that keeps appearing? Get out of here. Why? Apparently I've been tambourining wrong this whole time. The tambourine is supposed to have its stems pointing downwards. All the bieti and the tam-tam have them pointing upwards. Why is that? I actually have no clue. I think I was told the reason at some point, but it seems to be like more like a general rule and not like an all-encompassing rule as to which stems the percussion faces. I mean, MuseScore declares it to be downward, so I guess I trust it, but like I guess I need to look at actual sheet music, but that's not something I pay like a whole lot of attention to, is which way the stems are facing. But then when I'm like actually writing it, I don't know why the stems face the way they do for percussion. Because unless it's like xylophone like it is here, like it's just a single line, right? So I don't get it. I'm sure there's a great reason that all of the band kids will tell me is the real reason. But what do they know anyway? They're just band kids. Oh, you guys also play that wonderful E flat. Oh, you're on the wrong beat. You're supposed to be on the fourth beat, not the third beats. Tambourine 2. And I guess, I don't know. Also G. And we need some measures after this. Just add a few. Good. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. That's 8 bars of music, believe it or not. We made it. I know that I have 2 bars of 6/8 and then I have 2 bars of 3/8, which I guess you could argue is actually 3 bars of 6/8, but whatever, shut up. It's fine. I know there's a bar of 7/8 here and a bar of 5/8 here, which put together is 12/8, which could be split up into 2 more bars of 6/8, but it's fine. Whatever. I'm the composer. Good. And I, like I said here, there's gotta be some flutes. But where? Not on all the Not on all the chords, just maybe these ones here. What? You're supposed to be... Why is there F sharp here? Did I write F sharp here? Get out of here. E flat. Okay. Let me just make sure you're B natural because there are a lot of accidentals floating around here and I don't want them to get confused. So let me add some naturals. Lots of naturals. You guys like my naturals? I have a lot of naturals. This is D natural, or you're not D, you're E. Yeah, and E flat. You should try becoming a musician. Maybe. I'll think about it. You're also naturalized. And so too you. So too you. There you go. Like that. Yes. Just checking here. Making sure I didn't miss any. I might have missed a few. Once again, I'm trying to make this easier to read because there's a lot of chaos here, so I need to be very specific about which accidentals I want. Let me revoice these or respell these chords if I spell them a certain way. Okay, is E flat? No, well, it's G flat major over D, or it looks like that anyway. Okay, I'll try writing music scores. I don't know about that. That seems too hard. You're kind of the same chord, but moved up in inversion. But you have this G sharp. I just wrote a C sharp minor chord here. And what chord is this supposed to be? What are you supposed to be? You're a... That's what... Oh... it's like B flat major and also B diminished. See, there's like this B flat major and then there's just this B sticking like a sore thumb here. And then you are just plain B. Why can't I think of you? You're B major. Thank you. Thank you, me. So technically like this. Yeah. There you go. And then here I wanted to write some chords. Okay, let's write those down. I want here high bass flute. Did I even use you earlier? I sure did not. I'm changing you guys back to normal flutes. There you go. So, I mean, I had used that before while I was experimenting, but I'm just gonna put you guys back to my flute sounds. Yippee! Okay. Maybe you guys would be better. I don't like how much harmony is going on there. I need you to be a bit more sparse. Maybe just play the these, as I was gonna say very correctly. And then oboes, you guys play this. So, forte. So here, E and B, and then you hear E flat, B flat, and then I want to hear them together. Great, terrible, I hate it. Let's play it. That sounds kind of goofy, actually. Can you play like a normal E minor chord, maybe? Like this? I don't think you're very suited to oboe, actually. Let's put you on clarinet instead. That's a bit better, I think. Try this. That's a bit better, maybe. And then... That's a very spooky progression when I break it up, but of course I'm not... I'm putting it all together. Let's see. Okay. I'm not hearing this E enough. You're getting delegated to you. I need all the flutes dedicated to these high notes. Maybe? Okay, I don't actually like that as much as I thought I would, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Up. Okay. Now what? I kind of wrote down everything that I had in my mind. Let's listen to it one more time. Slower. Slower, slower. Mezzo forte. You need to be quiet, or like you need to like die away here. So here, guys, move to triple piano maybe. I don't even know if a horn can play triple piano. Maybe you guys should just be piano so I can move you to pianissimo. That might be a bit better. I mean, I make them play it over here, but like, that's because they're fading away. I'm okay with them not necessarily playing them here, but I need them to play here. I guess a longer crescendo here. Don't crescendo over silence. I think this beat here adds a bit too much harmony that I'm not quite sure. Like, maybe like D. I don't like this D-E movement. Let's try D sharp E. That's a bit better, I think. It's a like less strong. The B to E movement is very strong, right? Because it's like 5-1. The D sharp to E is a little weaker, but still like, you know, leading because it's the leading tone. I'm so smart. And let me reduce your tempo again, just even more. Maybe just because maybe I'm feeling a little bit sleepier, but I need... Yen texted me an hour ago. I can't believe it. Why didn't I see this? Okay. I think instead of having this really stupid, like, this here, I should just add like a breath mark. This is kind of dumb. Let me change that. Yeah, instead of having like, you know, whatever, I already told you what I wanted. Here, that's where it lives. You live here. Why did you put yourself there? Why is it... Okay. No, just right here. And you didn't even pause the piece. How could you? I guess I only need to do one of them. Do I need to write breath marks for each of them, or do I just need to do it for the ones that are playing? I can't remember. You need to be like a very short tick. Maybe just a smidge shorter. 0.33 seconds. Try that. Better. I like that. I feel like there's got to be a timpani hit here. Oh, there is. I'm just not hearing it very well. Even though I have big ears, that doesn't mean that, that I'm any good at hearing stuff. There needs to be some dynamic change here. I think it needs to get quieter. It's a bit too loud right now. Yeah, it's a bit too loud. Like, I guess the English horn here needs to chill out a little bit. Yeah, like here you need to really calm your jets. Forte. Because you're playing fortissimo right now. And then you guys... English horn never needs to chill. You're actually so right. But you're so wrong. It needs to chill. You a little bit quieter. That's my Tam impression. And then you guys just a little quieter, please. Okay. I want you guys to go back to forte here. Forte. And then you guys also forte. Loud and proud. I just needed you to decrescendo a little bit. Makes it more interesting. There you go. What do I think of you an octave lower? I like you higher. Do I not have a... don't have a dynamic marking in you? Just do unison octaves? I don't... I understand what you mean, but unison octave just feels like an oxymoron. Play at the same note, but on the same pitch, but at different pitches at the same time. I'm not really hearing this harmony here. Probably because it's in the woodwinds. That's so cute. Can you guys, just for this one single note, can you guys be pizzicato? Because I'm just so goofy like that. Where's the pizzicato marking? No, but louder. Where's the dynamics? Yoink. There you go. I think this pizzicato needs to be a bit more sparse. Good, okay. Okay. Need to go back to score studying. Just came out to say hello. That tells me that you weren't score studying. You were looking at YouTube. You big dum-dum, you can't fool me. Get back to your work. That's so... I think some of you guys need to be louder. Snare drum. All y'all horns louder. While listening to the score, silly. I can't believe you don't just hear the score entirely in your head like Mozart. Are you really a musician if you can't just look at a Schoenberg score and know exactly what he's thinking? Unbelievable. Louder. Bote. And then instead of mezzo piano, play mezzo forte. Isn't too bad to understand in comparison to Bozza. That might be true, but Schoenberg is more of a meme. Okay. Okay, I think this is what I want. Good dynamics. Or the what do you guys call the trombones? Need to become quieter here. And you guys die down to a wonderful piano, 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 choco piano. Wait, counting the beats here. Like there needs to be like some kind of pause after here, but I'm trying to determine how many beats I think it should be. I think it should be like an entire measure's worth. Which I guess I can just mark here by like, I don't know, double bar line. Is that what people do? I do have a double bar line here, and I think that might be too many double bar lines. I guess it's a tempo change, so it's fine. But here, I'm not sure if I'll have one. I guess I'll include it just for myself for now. If something changes, then I can change it myself. Okay. I like how I wrote down the chords here, and then I didn't do that for the rest of it. Probably don't need this marking. It's already forte. Okay, what happens after this? I don't know. Like I said, I did want to move back into that smoother part that I did before, but I'm not quite sure where it would go. Because it was supposed to go like over here, but then I wrote a bunch of other stuff. think this is a bit too loud. That's a bit better. Or maybe like this. No. You and piano instead. You also a bit quieter because you're piano. Hold on. I want you to be on horn instead. But I guess you could just be in like this. That's a bit easier. Why are you so loud? Shut up. Quieter. Okay. Hello, hello. Okay, re-listen. Okay, this kind of corresponds to what I was trying to go for in this section of this piece here with the timpani parts. Although, that's what I think this part is just more interesting. There's more, it's less irregular, so it kind of, even though it's like the same chords, like these are the same chords. This one's a bit more irregular though. I think I might need to maybe turn down the tempo if I were to really match the feeling of this, but at least I have like the basic idea down, which is a good start. I could build it up maybe, but okay. I guess that'll be all for now. That's enough writing for me right now. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe and also join the Discord server. You can talk to me there and tell me how much of an idiot I am. I'll see you.